Hi, good morning. I'm not sure if I have any live viewers today. I know it's a holiday weekend, but I know you can always watch this later when it's not live anymore. So we'll go ahead. Trying to set up the camera a little better. Yeah, the reason I kept trying to use that other camera that wasn't turned out to not work very well was because it's just a lot easier to set up a phone camera than a laptop camera. So I'm back to my laptop now though, because it doesn't seem as laggy. Anyway, if you are here, please say hi, or even if you are watching this when it's not live, please say hello in the comments and let me know of any feedback or suggestions or requests. So for now, let's get started. Hopefully the lighting is okay. I know there's a window behind me. Okay, so let's start standing today and just come into mountain pose. Shifting your balance back and forth and from side to side, spreading your toes wide. You just want to feel nice and centered and grounded on the mat. And then starting to scan up from your feet, just checking your posture, checking your body. So make sure that your knees are soft, your pelvic floor is engaged, your belly is in and up, tailbone long, spine long, neck long, shoulders back and down, and chin parallel to the floor. And just start to shift your attention to your breath, noticing just how your body moves with each inhalation and exhalation. If you don't feel any movement, you could try placing a hand on your stomach, maybe another hand on your chest. And just become aware of your breath and what your breath is doing, whether your breaths are long or short, deep or shallow. Good, and then see if you can shift your breath so you're now breathing with sound, inhaling, exhaling through the nose. Closing the back of your throat as if you're fogging up a mirror or window. And making an ocean sound. And then starting to move a little more with the breath. So let your hands come down to your sides, palms facing out. And as you inhale, just gently bring your arms overhead. And as you exhale, gently float the arms back down. And just notice how your shoulders feel, if there's any tightness in your upper body. Just very gently. And keeping that pelvic floor and stomach engaged. Staying aware of your feet so you feel nice and grounded through your body. And you can kind of turn your arms in different ways just so you get really into your shoulder joints. Just noticing any tightness there. And then just move your hand, so kind of opening up your shoulders even more, just drawing little circles with your hands. Your arms in a T shape. Make sure you go in both directions, and again, be very gentle with your shoulders. Good, and exhale down, inhale up. And now just clasp your hands over your head, index finger pointing up. Finding length in your body. Reaching, finding as much length as possible. And then exhale, reach to one side. So you're not collapsing to the side, you're reaching. You're still keeping the body long. Both sides of the body long. Maybe look up in the opposite direction. Lengthening as you inhale. And maybe just deepening, reaching a little more to the side as you exhale. Good. Inhale, lengthen, and exhale. Change the clasp of your hands so your thumb is underneath. And reach to the other side. Notice the length along the side of your body. This nice stretch all the way through your side, all the way down to your hips. Good. Inhale back to center. Exhale, float the hands down. And just a little more shoulder movement. Really noticing how your shoulders are feeling at this point. Hopefully they're a little warmer now, a little more range of motion. And then just grab a strap or a scarf or a belt. If you don't have one of those handy, that's fine. Just kind of pretend you're holding one. And we're just going to inhale, strap up over the head, exhale. Bring the strap behind you, bringing your shoulder blades together. And inhale up, and exhale. Now get your head a little into the movement. Draw the belly in, drop your head, look towards your toes. Inhale, look up, open the chest, draw your shoulder blades together. And inhale. So we're inhaling as the strap comes up and exhaling as it comes down. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. And inhale and exhale. And inhale and exhale. Good, and now just free movement. Just kind of getting a little more into all the range of motion in your upper body. Just do whatever feels good right now. It can feel really good to get the shoulders moving. Just make sure you're gentle. So in yoga, we want to know our limits and always trying to be like extending our limits, but not forcing our way into that. Just being aware and kind of growing, but not in an aggressive way at all, or in a competitive way. Good, and then keeping the strap, we're just gonna start to stretch our lower body a little bit. So step your one foot, whichever one you want, into the strap. Make sure that the strap is around the ball of the foot. there's also going to be balancing. So it can help to look at a point on the floor that isn't moving, just a little speck of dust or dirt or a scratch on the floor or something. And then just gently pull on the strap, raising your foot up until you feel a nice stretch in your hamstring. And if you are having a lot of trouble with balance, you can always hold onto a wall or a chair and just hold the strap with one hand. Good, and then opening up to the side. Only until you just start to feel the stretch, because we're not really very warm yet. Good, and then back to center. And release, and other side. And sorry, I should have mentioned this before, but if you don't have the strap, I'll show you an alternative version that you could be doing. You can just, or even if you don't, if you're not feeling particularly flexible right now, you can just grab your knee and then open your knee out to the side. Good, and then just going back to standing. If you're using the strap, then just place the strap to the side. Make sure it's still accessible because we might use it again at the end of the class. But sit back, place your hands over your knees, and just draw circles with your knees. Draw your belly in, keeping the core engaged. Make sure you go in both directions again. And see if you can get your hip and lower back a little bit into it too. Just notice how your back is feeling right now, especially your lower back. Mine is definitely a little tight. So kind of like tilt your pelvis back and forth to get a little bit of a stretch there. Good, and then straighten the legs. And we're gonna round the spine down. So it should really be feel nice for your lower back. And drop your head. So if you can't touch the floor, that's fine. You can just place your hands on your shins or on your calves, or even just hang and hold your elbows. And just breathing in to any tightness that you feel. And then inhale, slowly roll up to standing. Head coming up last. Just like a rag doll, really slowly. And then just maybe again, just moving your shoulders a little bit if it feels good. Great. Which way am I facing? Okay, so come to the front of your mat. And find mountain pose again. Again, find a nice steady place. Drawing the belly in and up, engaging the pelvic floor. And inhale. Reach up. And exhale. Fold forward. I don't want to hit my head on the corner of this shelf, so just adjusting a little bit here. So fold forward. And again, it's fine if you can't reach the mat. Just hold on to your legs somewhere. And inhale, look forward, flat back. And exhale, fold. And this time, try and keep the back as straight as possible. Draw the belly in and bring the rib cage towards your thighs. So you might want to, or you might need to bend your knees a little bit at this point. And just make sure you drop your head. Breathing into your hamstrings. And inhale again, look ahead of you, flat back, straighten the legs. And exhale, bend your legs, keeping your back straight. Drop your head. And again, look ahead of you, flat back, straight legs. And exhale, fold. And one more time. What we're trying to do here is just find length in the upper body that we can bring into the forward fold. And also we're gradually just stretching the hamstrings. And inhale and exhale. Good. And inhale, look ahead of you, plant your hands, and step onto or just come on your hands and knees. And make sure, check your alignment. So you want your wrists to be right underneath your shoulders and your knees to be right underneath your hips, toes tucked under. And make sure that your fingers are spread wide. So we're using our hands to take a little of the pressure off of our wrists here. So spread the fingers wide and press your those knuckles into the mat, your index and thumb. Good, and then cat and cow. So inhale, drop your belly, look forward. And exhale, round the spine and drop your head and push the floor away from you. And inhale, open the chest, drop the belly, raise the tailbone. And exhale, round the spine and drop the tailbone, drop your head. Inhale, cow. And exhale, cat. And now just move with your own breath, inhaling into the cow pose and exhaling into cat, drawing the belly in. And one more. Good. Now as you inhale, stretch your right leg back, left arm forward, exhale, and inhale, just raise your foot and keep your legs straight as possible, flexing the foot, pointing the toes down, and just hold here, balancing. Really engage your core. Good, and then maybe reach back just for a nice shoulder stretch. And inhale and exhale. And then other side. Inhale the leg back. Exhale the arm forward. Inhale, lift the leg. Hold. And then exhale, reach back. And inhale, kick your foot. Just opening the shoulder. And inhale and exhale. And just one more time on each side. Move in with the breath. Inhale, kick back. Exhale, release. Inhale, reach. And then exhale. Good, and then just either walk your knees back or your hands forward. And keeping your tailbone high. Just bring your chest towards the mat and breathe into your shoulders. And back. You can either bring your forehead towards the mat or maybe your chin. Good, inhale. Come back into hands and knees, and exhale. Tuck the toes under if they weren't already tucked under. And straighten your legs, downward dog. And just find your downward dog. Find the appropriate distance between your hands and your legs. Your hands and your feet. Draw your shoulder blades together. So the appropriate distance will just be one that makes your hands feel steady, like they're not slipping too much, and your makes your heels able to come towards the mat. So if you're too wide, then you'll be like this and kind of slipping away, and your heels will be pretty far from the mat. If you're like this, then you're not. It's a little too close. It's just harder to get length in your upper body. So just play around with it. And I mean, basically it will just feel really good when it's in the right position. So this is going to be our resting pose when we're doing the vinyasa. If this is ever too much, you can just drop your knees and come into child's pose to rest as an alternative. Good. For now, come back in downward dog. Look between your hands and just step forward. You don't have to do it in one step. You can take multiple steps. And exhale, fold. And inhale, come all the way up. And exhale. I'm still getting too close to this shelf. Which one do I have here? Sorry, the size of this room is a little bit of a challenge. But it's the only room that I really have available for me. Living in the city, spaces are small. Okay, so let's come back into mountain pose. And inhale, reach up, and exhale, fold. Again, you can bend your knees as much as you need to. Just focus on keeping your upper body as flat, as long and straight as possible. And inhale, look ahead of you, plant your hands, and try to come forward a little bit and really bring your weight sort of over your hands. And then just maybe even so your heels are starting to lift off the mat. And then from there, step back into plank. So you're already in the plank position in your upper body before you step back. And hold. And if you need to bring your knees down, that's perfectly fine. Just keep engaging your core. Make sure you're not sagging in plank or like almost in a downward dog. Try to keep your body as straight as possible to get the most benefit into your core in this position. And we're just holding it for a moment, building strength. Keep breathing. You never want to hold your breath in yoga. Good, and then bring your elbows in and just come all the way onto the mat. Flip your feet. Keep the back of your neck long, bring your forehead down, shoulder blades together, and press your feet into the mat and inhale. Cobra pose, just a baby cobra. And exhale back down, tuck your toes under, and press back downward dog. And inhale your right leg up. Bring your weight forward, over so shoulders over your wrists again. So kind of onto your tiptoe of your left leg. And step through. Drop your back knee. And just notice what parts of your body are feeling stretchy right now or being stretched. It's probably your left hip flexor, maybe a little bit of your right hamstring. Good, and then look at the floor. Push yourself up with your right foot into a low lunge. If you want, or if your shoulders will let you, you can clasp your hands, maybe do a slight back bend here. If your lower back feels okay with that. And then exhale the hands back down. Straighten the front leg. So as you straighten, it's just going to push your body back. And then exhale, fold. And breathe. So now you should really feel a right hamstring stretch. Good. Inhale, come forward, straighten. And we're just going to open up in a twist here. As we inhale and exhale, reach forward. Kind of swim your arm down to the mat and press back, plank pose. Or step back, rather. And holding here again. We're only going to hold plank twice, even though we will be coming into it each time we go through the sun salutation. And you can move in plank if you want. You don't have to be completely still. And exhale, come all the way down. Inhale, cobra. Exhale into downward dog. Find length in your upper body, just pushing your tailbone up and your head down. And inhale your left leg up. Step it through. Low lunge. Just breathing here for a moment. And then you can come up. Maybe find the back bend. And exhale. Inhale and exhale. Good. Inhale, come forward. Straighten the leg and open up to the left side. And inhale, exhale, reach forward. Bring your hand down. And get ready to step to the front of the mat. So kind of lift off. Inhale and exhale. And inhale, come all the way up. And exhale, hands to heart. And just take a moment, finding your mountain pose again, finding your alignment, finding your breath. So now we're going to try to build up a little more heat. We're going to move through the vinyasa a little faster this time. So inhale and exhale. Inhale, exhale, plant your hands. Again, see if you can bring your weight forward a little bit over your wrists, lifting your heels. Then step right back into plank. Inhale, exhale, come down. Inhale, cobra. Try to bring your head up last here, so kind of curling up into cobra. Exhale. Tuck your toes. And come back into downward dog. Good. Inhale the right leg up. And step forward and just turn your left toes out towards the left corner of the mat. So hips are facing forward and come up, warrior one. And we're just going to hold, each time we come to a pose for the first time, we're going to hold it just to build strength in that pose. Make sure you're engaging your core. Good, and then open your left foot out a little bit to the side. Open your arms out. So we're turning our hips towards the side of the mat now. And exhale, reach away over your foot. And inhale, triangle pose. So you really want to be opening your body. Here, think of your body being in one straight plane rather than folding over your foot. And you don't even have to, you can have your hand up here. You don't have to have it all the way down here. Just go to the edge of your limit. And maybe just a little beyond that. And breathe. Good. Inhale, come up. And exhale, cartwheel, hands down, step back, plank. Inhale, exhale, come down. Inhale, cobra, exhale, and press back. Inhale, left leg up, and step up through warrior one. Try to breathe with sound if you can. Yoga is really all about the breath. Good. Inhale, lengthen, straighten the leading leg. Reach forward over your foot and open up. Triangle pose. And again, really bring your upper body back as much as you can. Imagine there's a wall behind you and you're trying to flatten your back against the wall. Good. Inhale, come up. And exhale. Cartwheel, hands down. Step back. Plank. Exhale down. Inhale, cobra. Exhale. Downward dog. Now we're going to stay in downward dog for a few breaths. Or, again, you could be in child's pose if you're tired or your arms are tired. Just lengthen your upper body with each inhalation and pressing back with each exhalation. Actually, you'll be lengthening your upper body in both your inhalation and exhalation. Good, and inhale, look ahead of you. Step both feet forward. Look ahead of you, flat back. Exhale, fold. And inhale, come all the way up. And exhale. And take a moment here in mountain pose. Realign yourself. Catch your breath. Good, and sun salutation B. So we're going to sit back in chair pose, bring the hands down, and then inhale up. Keep the upper body as long as possible as you're sitting back. So don't strain your shoulders here. Bring them as high as you can, but if you start to feel a strain, just back off a little bit. And inhale, lengthen. Exhale, hands to your heart. And twisting left elbow to right leg. Press your hands towards the center of your chest to deepen the twist. Good. Inhale back to center. And exhale, other side. Good. Inhale, back to center. Straighten the legs. Exhale, fold. Inhale, look ahead of you. Exhale, plant the hands. And step back, plank. Now, this time you can keep coming all the way down, or you can do some kind of chaturanga. So either modified chaturanga with your knees down. So this is chaturanga. You're not coming all the way down. It's like a low push-up position. Or full chaturanga. And then for chaturanga, you would traditionally move into upward dog rather than cobra. This is upward dog. So the upward dog is basically a higher cobra with your knees off the ground. And then exhale, downward dog. And inhale your right leg up and open your knee out to the side. Just open your hips a little bit. Look between your hands. And step through. And as you step through, turn your left leg out to the side at a 90-degree angle to your right foot. And come as deep into the pose as you can, making sure that you keep your right knee either above or behind your ankle. And just gazing softly over your right fingers. Good. Inhale, float the arms up. Exhale, reverse warrior. Reaching behind you, feeling a stretch to your right side. And inhale, warrior two. Exhale, extended side angle. So now feeling stretch to your left side. If you really want to, if you have the space in your body, you could bring your hands down to the floor. Just make sure you're really opening your upper body. Good. Inhale back into warrior two. Exhale. Cartwheel, hands down, and step back plank. And chaturanga. And cobra or upward dog. And downward dog. Good. And inhale your left leg up, opening your knee to the side. And look between your hands. Step it through, warrior two. Again, the gaze is over the fingertips. And make sure you keep your knee behind your ankle so you don't strain your knee. Good. Inhale, float the arms up. Exhale, reverse. Inhale and exhale. Extend the side angle. Again, inhale, back to warrior two. Exhale, hands down, plank, chaturanga, upward dog, or cobra, and downward dog. And now this is our resting downward dog. So staying here for a few breaths or in child's pose. Good, and inhale, look between your hands, step forward, and another chair. And try to sit back as deep as you can in chair this time. Just see how low you can go. Make sure that your knees are behind your toes. You should see your toes. Good. Inhale, arms out. Exhale, fold. Inhale, exhale, hands on your waist. Engage your core, engage your pelvic floor. And slowly come up. Good. Mountain pose. Good. So hopefully we're all a little warmer now. That's the end of the sun salutations. So now just hop if your feet weren't already apart, then hop them apart about hip distance. And I need to back up a little bit. And put your hands on your waist. Inhale, open the chest, and exhale, flat back, fold forward. And see if you can grab and take your index and middle fingers and hook them around your big toes. If you can't do that, then just, again, hands on your legs somewhere, maybe behind your legs. And inhale, lengthen your upper body even more, and then exhale, fold. So again, trying to keep the upper body long, bringing the head towards the hands. And, you could certainly hold onto the back of your legs and just kind of pull your body down that way. Just breathe. Good, and inhale, look ahead of you, flat back. Exhale, hands on your waist. And inhale, slowly come up. And step back into mountain pose. Just working on our balance a little bit in tree pose. So shift your weight onto one foot. Again, spread your toes wide and then find your tree. So for tree, the key points are that you're opening your hips, so your knee comes out and you're avoiding the knee area. So you can have your toe down or your foot anywhere on your leg except for your knee. And it really helps with balance to find just, again, a spot to look at on the floor that's not moving. If you're looking at anything that's moving, you're likely to lose your balance. And just come back to your breath. Your core is still engaged here. Strong cores, it helps with your balance a lot. Because you can kind of always have the feeling of pulling yourself back into the center. Good, and exhale. And other side. And exhale. Good. Shake it out if you need to, if your ankles are feeling a little bit of strain. And then step into a wide stance. Hands on your waist. Inhale, open the chest. And then bring your hands out. Clasp your hands behind you. And bring your shoulder blades together, pressing your hands back. And exhale, fold. And just let your hands come over your head and drop behind you towards the floor in front of you. As your head comes down between your feet. If your head doesn't come all the way down to the floor, that's fine, or you can even use a block. You have to shift your weight forward a little bit, which is a little scary because you might feel like you're about to topple over, but your head will be there actually to stop you from toppling. Good, and then bring your hands down onto the mat. Inhale, lengthen again, and exhale. Drop your head. And of course, I don't mean to say you want to like topple onto your head with force or anything, but if you're gently coming into the pose, then maybe your head will just find its way onto the mat slowly. Good. Inhale, look forward, and exhale. You're just gonna pivot towards, I guess I'm pivoting towards the back of my mat, but pivot towards your right side, whether that's the front or the back of your mat. And find your pigeon pose. So bring your left foot behind your left hand. And you want to have your hips square. So bring your foot as close to your body as necessary for you so that you are not toppling over to one side. If you're still toppling over, then just place some kind of a blanket or block under your right hip. But if you can, then bring your heel a little closer to your hands because that allows you to open your hips a little bit more. And inhale, open your chest. Exhale, fold forward. And you can just rest your forehead on your forearms and breathe. Breathing into your hips. So with each exhalation, just allowing your hips to release a little bit more. Make sure that you're not clenching your jaw. You're just releasing and softening into the pose. Good, and inhale, look up. And we're just gonna kind of shift onto the right side. Bring the left leg around. And bring the right leg back to come onto pigeon on the other side. And just take a minute to adjust your position here. Then come up, open your chest, and exhale, fold. Good. Inhale, look up. Come back onto your hands. And exhale. This time just come onto your left side, bring your right foot around. And bring the soles of your feet together. And open your feet up like a book so that your hips can open a little bit more. Inhale, open the chest, and exhale, fold. So coming forward, bringing the top of your head, your forehead towards your feet, and pressing your legs open with your elbows. And breathe, again, softening and releasing into the pose. And slowly come up. And now keeping your left foot bent, just straighten your right knee bent. Straighten your left foot leg. Sorry about the anatomy mix-ups here. And make sure that your back is straight. Belly in and keeping a slight curve in your lower back. And inhale, the arms up, exhale, fold forward. And just see if you can grab anywhere on your leg. It doesn't have to be around your foot, but do come to your deepest position. I forgot to mention, you can also use your strap here. It can be very helpful in this pose. Good, and inhale, come up and switch sides. Inhale, lengthen, exhale, fold. So really lengthening your upper body with each inhalation, and then just softening into the pose with each exhalation. And try to keep your extended leg active so that you can release your upper body. And inhale forward, exhale. And just bring your left knee up. And bring your left fingertips behind you. Inhale the right arm up and twist. So you can either just keep your hand on your knee like this, or if you can bring, if your whole shoulder will come onto the outside of your left knee, then go ahead and do that. And look over your shoulder. And still really lengthening with each inhalation, and then just deepening the twist, just in micro movements with each exhalation. Again, in yoga, we're never forcing. We're just looking to gently extend our limits using the breath. Good. Inhale, look ahead of you, and exhale. Switch sides. So first, place your right fingertips behind you, and inhale your left arm up, and exhale, twist. And remember to keep the upper body long, so you don't want to be hunching into the twist. If you can't bring your shoulder outside of your knee, that's okay. Just stay here. Good. Inhale, look forward. And straighten both legs. Take a moment in staff pose. So just making sure that you bring the belly in. Really feel your sits bones, upper body long. Good. And then grab your knees or behind your knees and shift your body back as you lift your feet up off the floor. And you're not really lifting your feet, you're just shifting back, and then your feet naturally come up. And straighten your legs just until you feel your hip flexors working. So you should feel work going on right down here. And then if you can extend your legs without rounding or collapsing into your lower back, then go ahead. So by collapsing, you don't want to be doing this just so you can straighten your legs. You still want to be keeping that curve in your lower back, and it's challenging. Good, and from here, just slowly start to come down. You'll get to a point where your lower back is on the mat. Just stay here for a moment with your shoulders up. Really draw the belly in. Try to keep your neck long. And release. And hug your knees into your chest. And just draw circles with your ankles. And extend your left leg, bring your right knee over. And look towards your right hand. Be very gentle here. Staying with the breath. Good. Inhale. Exhale, hug your knees in, and inhale, straighten your right leg, and exhale, bring your left knee over and look to the left. And inhale back to center, hug your knees in. And just bring your feet down, preparing for bridge pose. So toes pointing forward. They can be anywhere from hip width apart to a little wider than that, all the way to the side of your mat. And actually first just see if you can grab your ankles. If not, that's fine, just keep your feet on the floor. But then exhale, lengthen the spine, and inhale, press up. And make sure you keep your neck long. And then maybe clasp your hands underneath you to open your shoulders even more. Press your hips up a little bit more. I know I'm looking towards the camera, but you really shouldn't look. You shouldn't move your head here. Just keep your head facing up. And slowly release one vertebra at a time, tailbone last. And draw your knees into your chest. And now go ahead and grab your block. I forgot to leave my block next to me. So if you have to get up to do that, just go ahead and then gently come back onto your back. Place the block right underneath your sacrum. And then bring your knees up. You might need to adjust the block a little bit so it feels comfortable. And straighten your legs. And breathe deeply. Good, and exhale, your legs down. Gently remove the block. And place your palms down and bring your hips on top of them, kind of. Straighten your legs. And come up onto your elbows. Open your chest, so bring your shoulder blades together. And exhale, drop the top of your head onto the mat. And look towards the tip of your nose. Pointing your toes. Good, and gently come out of that. Hug your knees to your chest one more time. And reach your arms over your head. Extend your legs. Really reach in both directions. And just tense every muscle in your body for a moment. If you can, really squeeze your face. Make your face as small as you can. Hold your breath. So inhale until your lungs are full. Hold your breath. And then release. Release the Ujjayi breath. And let any tension go. Actually, just fill your cheeks up with air for a moment. Release that. Stick out your tongue, open your mouth as wide as you can. And release that. And then just completely relax. So stay there, close your eyes. I'm just going to guide you through relaxation. And then we'll finish up with a little bit of breath work and then a short meditation. So feeling heavy on the mat, just breathing gently, your regular breathing pattern. Relax your toes. Relax your feet. Relax your ankles. Relax your calves. Relax your knees. Relax your thighs. Relax your glutes. Relax your hip. Relax your belly. Relax your rib cage and chest. Relax your throat. Relax the fronts of your shoulders. Relax your upper arms. Relax your elbows. Relax your lower arms. Relax your wrists. Relax your hands and fingers. And relax your tailbone. Relax your lower back. Relax your middle back. Relax your shoulder blades and upper back. Relax your shoulders and the back of your neck. Relax your jaw. Relax your mouth. Relax your tongue, letting it drop from the roof of your mouth. Relax your cheeks. Relax your eyes. Relax your eyebrows. And relax your forehead. Your entire body is relaxed. Feel a wave of relaxation washing over your body from your head to your toes. And then back up to the top of your head. And relax your thinking, letting go of any thinking you're planning. Just resting with your breath. Maybe noticing just the ambient sounds around you. And slowly start to wiggle your fingers and toes, bringing your awareness back into the space around you, feeling the weight of your body on the mat. And gently reach your arms over your head, and one knee and then the other. And roll onto one side, using your arm to rest your head. And slowly and gently make your way back into a comfortable seated position. And we're just going to do a short little breath work. So just rest your left hand on your left knee and bend your index and middle fingers. And you're going to use your ring and pinky fingers of your right hand to close your left nostril and your thumb to close your right nostril. So you alternate nostril breathing. And so begin just by taking a deep breath. And then close your left nostril and exhale through your right nostril. And close and inhale through your left. Close. And exhale right. And close. Inhale left. Close. And exhale right. And close. Inhale left. Close. And exhale right. And close. Inhale left. And close. And exhale right. Good. Now inhale right. Close. And exhale left. Close. Inhale right. Close. And exhale left. And close. Inhale right. Close. And exhale left. And close. Inhale right. Close. And exhale left. Good. And then just release that and take a nice straight back. Take a couple of deep breaths. Try to make your exhalations longer than the inhalations. release. Good, and we'll just close with a quick gratitude meditation. So take a moment to think of 3 things that you're especially grateful for in your life right now, anything big or small. And when you recognize those 3 things, just take a moment to notice how you feel. Notice any physical sensations in your body, especially. And then just close your eyes and sit with that feeling as you breathe. And just realize that you are enough. Where you are right now is exactly where you need to be. And realize that the same is true for your loved ones. And then just come back to your breath. Slowly open your eyes. And that concludes today's class. Again, thank you for anyone who has joined me or is watching later. Please leave comments with any feedback or suggestions. And I'm always particularly interested in what you thought about the pace of the class, whether you would like to have a slower class sometimes with like more floor exercises, stretching, or if you might like to have something a little quicker pace, a little more power yoga type class. So definitely let me know. And thank you again. Namaste.